Good morning, past, present, and future Overlanders. My name is Josh, founder and team leader of the No Known Boundaries Overland and Off-Road Syndicate. I wanted to make this video today to answer perhaps the biggest question on the minds of the community as a whole. What is overlanding? And how do I do it? I'd heard the term used years ago in passing, but I initially thought it was just a synonym for wheeling used in the UK and Australia. But in the social media age, it was only a matter of time until I discovered an overlanding channel on YouTube. Big shout out to Oregon Trail Off-Road for being the first guys to introduce me to the sport, hobby, whatever you want to define it as, lifestyle even. I've been wheeling and camping together already for years, so to find a proper mixture of the two that made both better was truly a blessing. Now, if you've got an Instagram account, no doubt you found yourself staring at endless pictures of Tacomas with rooftop tents, 4Runners with cargo organizers, and Jeeps with custom racks. But you might have wondered, just what exactly are these rigs doing? They've usually got lifts, some decent oversized rubber, winches, but there are a lot of IFS and mildly built rigs. Clearly nothing that's trying to tackle the BFE trail. And the 33s far outnumber the 40s. You see, clearly defining overlanding is a bit of a headache. The most agreed upon definition is that overlanding is vehicle-dependent travel focused on the journey, not the destination. Overland Bound makes note that it is centered around a call to get outdoors and embrace nature. A good start, but still a bit ambiguous. And to be perfectly honest, overlanding is a bit subjective inherently. So for NKB, No Known Boundaries, the vision is this. Overlanding is an off-road, multi-destination trip. Highway travel and paved roads are avoided as much as realistically possible, and each day involves navigating to a new projected rally point. Generally speaking, camp is set up in a new area each night, and for us, a combination of 4x4 trails, 4 service roads, and county roads are used to maneuver between points. To get the best overlanding experience, we try to utilize routes that are mostly alien to us whenever possible. This increases the challenge by introducing us to inevitable trail closures, requiring fluid reroutes, which of course makes the trip more interesting. Most importantly, it really helps us hone our navigation and team communication skills, which will be invaluable should it ever come to an emergency situation. We will start by picking an area we want to explore. Find 4x4 trails in that area, then begin building a route from scratch that allows us to move from trail to trail with minimal civilized assistance. This allows us to not only enjoy the thrill and curiosity of the journey, but give us a treat when we find the destination in the form of some good old-fashioned wheeling. Unfortunately, lately the community has fostered a culture of extravagance and eccentricity. You may have been tricked into thinking that you need to buy a $30,000 truck and throw another 10 grand into it just to get started. This simply is not true. Can your vehicle reliably get you into BLM, national forest, public land? Yeah? You're ready to start overlanding. Can you safely make camp? Yeah? You're ready to start overlanding. The journey can be about quiet drives into fields to look at the stars. It can be about scenic tours of the mountains. How you get yourself into the outdoors and exploring is up to you. There are clubs and forums for dual sport bike overlanding. These bikes can be had for less than a used Honda Civic and allow for even more affordable travel costs, as well as emphasizing minimalism. To that end, the only real necessities of non-vehicle essential overlanding gear are things that allow you to prepare food safely, sleep safely, and stay hydrated. The rest is all gravy. So now you're wondering how to get started. You've got a reliable vehicle, gear to make camp with, and a will to explore the outdoors. But how do you start plotting your trip? Well, that depends on what you want your trip to entail. If you're looking for a truly and completely exploratory experience, set off for the nearest outdoor access point and let your mind run free. Be sure to account for the bare necessities, let your friends and family know where you're going to be, and give them a time frame for your return. Lastly, pack some extra provisions in the event of an emergency. If you're looking to build a proper route, the easiest method is to start by downloading navigation software onto a GPS device. HEMA, Backcountry Navigator, and CalTopo are some examples. Next, gather some MVUMs, or motor vehicle usage maps, from the Forest Service, some 4x4 trail maps, any other pertinent off-highway maps, and begin to plot our route in a program that will allow you to save the route in a GPX format. Believe it or not, Google Maps can be quite handy in this regard. Go to their custom map builder, set the method of travel to walk. Now this is important because Google will try to auto-route you to highways and other main avenues if you don't do so. Now begin marking waypoints along the forest road or whatever thoroughway you're going to be using. If you want to expand into something a bit more involved and smarter, you can build your map in CalTopo's browser utility, then save it as a GPX and introduce it to your nav system. In the next video, I will provide a demo on how to build these maps in a more involved capacity.